What's up, everybody? Phil Mackey here, 1500ESPN.com. In an empty Target Field as the Twins lose Game 2 of the ALDS to the New York Yankees 5-2 tonight. They've dug themselves an almost impossible hole at 0-2. Now they must win 3 games in a row against a team they've beat only 18 times in 72 games under Ron Gardenhire. And, what else is there to say? The main storyline happened in the 7th inning tonight. In a 2-2 game, Carl Pavano comes in, works a 2-2 count to Lance Berkman with a runner on first base. And if you're watching on TBS, if you're watching the Pitch FX, the strike zone tracker, everybody saw it, paints the inside corner with what looked like strike 3. Home plate umpire Hunter Wendelstedt called it a ball. Pavano walks off the mound in disgust. And on the next pitch, Lance Berkman drills a ball to left center field for a double, scoring the go-ahead run at that point. Yankees go up 3-2. The inning continues. Ron Gardenhire actually came out, was ejected from the game. And these two have a history. Wendelstedt and Gardenhire, they've clashed 2 or 3 times over the last 5 years. In 2005, Gardenhire went off in the media after Wendelstedt ejected him in the 2nd inning of a game at the Metrodome. And then last year, Gardenhire actually called Wendelstedt the god of umpires sarcastically and was ejected for arguing balls and strikes and a couple other controversial calls against Detroit in 2009. So not really a surprise that those two clashed tonight, but that was the key at bat. I mean, there's no telling what happens if Pavano gets that strike 3 call. The inning might play out, and the Yankees might still score 2 runs. But obviously Pavano, a guy who, if he gives you 7 innings and gives up 3 runs, that's a good thing against the Yankees, which he didn't because he was pulled from the game before he could complete the 7th inning. But he's a guy who needs the corners, and if he's not able to paint the corners and get strike 3 called in that spot, he's going to wind up giving up doubles to the gaps to hitters like Lance Berkman, and it's just a tough situation. You hate to blame an umpire for a loss in that spot because, again, the Twins haven't proven that they can beat the Yankees with or without good umping, but it's just an unfortunate situation. Balls and strikes are definitely subjective, but just a tough spot when you saw everybody. I've never seen a major league press box explode and everybody react the way they did, all the reporters in the press box when they saw the replay on the TBS monitor. Quite frankly, it was a strike, but on the other side of the coin, the Twins just haven't been able to get things done. 8 games in a row now in the playoffs, the Twins have taken a lead on the Yankees, and 8 times they've blown that lead and lost the game. You can't blame umpiring for that. It just comes down to the Twins not getting the big hits late in games. The big players aren't stepping up when they need to. And quite frankly, the Yankees are just a better team when it comes to those clutch situations in the playoffs. There's really no way to explain it. Now they're down 0-2. You come back on Saturday, Brian Dunsing has to pitch at Yankee Stadium, which he did last season in the playoffs. He started Game 1 at Yankee Stadium, gave up 5 runs in 6 innings, so not a great outing, but he's been there before. You have to wind up beating Phil Hughes in that game, forcing a Game 4. Then Nick Blackburn's scheduled to face CC Sabathia on 3 days rest, so an uphill climb here. Regardless of how you look at it. I warned people not to panic earlier in the week. I said, don't panic yet. The Twins have an edge in Games 2 and Game 3. I still think the Twins have a slight edge in Game 3 over Phil Hughes, even though Brian Dunsing might not be as lights out as he was a month ago. But that was before the Twins were down 0-2 and had the momentum going squarely against them. So it's time to panic, is what I'm trying to say, if you're a Twins fan right now. And Gardenhire was actually asked about that exact scenario. After the game tonight, he was asked by a New York reporter, is there a strong belief or any belief at all that you can actually beat the Yankees? And Gardenhire bristled at the question, understandably so, because Gardenhire is a guy who goes to bat for his players. But Gardenhire said, absolutely not. We have full belief. We're going to go out there. We're not going to lay down. But really, you can apply that quote to any of the previous playoff matchups against the Yankees, or any of the previous 8 blown leads that they've blown in the last 8 times they've played these guys. So there's really no way to quantify what's happening between the Twins and the Yankees, other than saying the Yankees flat out own the Twins. They lead 2-0, and the Twins are going to have to win Game 3 and hold on to the lead that they will no doubt take, if history is any indication, and they're going to have to hold on to that lead if they take it, if they want to continue their season. If not, we'll see you in Fort Myers. I got a plane to catch, 7 a.m. to LaGuardia. I'll be at Yankee Stadium. We'll talk to you then. Phil Mackey for 1500ESPN.com.